we started making names right away. And I loved it. I was robbing drug dealers and taking their gold right off their neck. And the shit we did, who's going to call the police on you? A drug dealer?
I can identify with anything that was normal, to be honest with you. But I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
99% of the time, you're going to disagree.
Just like the Donnie Brasco situation with Lefty.
Yeah, because the reason why, they figure it this way. You brought this guy around, he ratted on everybody, now he ratted on you. You might turn around and join him and rat on us, so we get rid of you, there's no connection between there and there, and they get rid of you.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about the reboot of The Sopranos. So they're going to have a new Sopranos, and Britney Spears is going to play Carmela. Crazy. I just heard that information today. Britney Spears is going to play Carmela in the reboot of The Sopranos. What do you guys think of that? If you guys like this type of content, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. So, we're going to talk about the submarine going missing, billionaire on board, a bunch of them. The kid that went in the submarine, he didn't want to go. He was terrified to go, and he ended up going. And there's a couple of things that I had no clue about the submarine. How are you, Cindy? How are you doing tonight? Shout out to everybody out there. I hope you guys are having a great, safe weekend. So the submarine, right? The only communication it had was text message. That's it. Louis the Lion, how are you? Jay Costanza, what's up, man? How have you been? I feel old too. I'm telling you, I do. I'm the same age, put it into perspective, as Patrick Beck David. Same age. We're the same age. Crazy. But I'm leveling up, so hey, you never know. When I get to 10 more years, who knows where I'll be. But I'm trying to get to another level. I've been making content. You guys have been wondering where I've been. People been asking me. I've been making content every day, and I'm trying to bring you guys some good content. So another fact about the sub that went missing, you couldn't open the hatch, right? From the inside. You can only open it from the outside. Nah. I would not be doing that. I wouldn't be going in there. There's no way. I was locked up. Thank you, man. I'm on my way. Yeah, it was controlled by a PS PS controller. They said, right? It was controlled by a PS controller. Like, what the fuck is that? So I was locked up in Summers, right? Osborne in Enfield, Connecticut. And it felt like a submarine when you go in there. It's like dripping water. It's like really dark, and you could hear the pipes going clink, clink, clink. And you go in this little door into the cell, and it feels like the walls are closing in on you. that's probably how these people felt. And the shit collapsed on them. Like, what were those last minutes like? And they ran out of air, or it collapsed first. Who knows what happened? Nobody really knows, right? They just found a debris field on the bottom of the ocean and some floating. So who knows what happened? I got some interviews I'm going to be dropping. If you guys don't know, so much going on. The 19-year-old who went missing, right? The one that was in the sub, he was terrified about the Father's Day trip, because this was a Father's Day trip. It says the student, 19, died on a Titanic sub, was terrified about the Father's Day trip. The teenage aunt, Azmeen Darwood, older sister of a Pakistan businessman, Shahzada, her nephew, told relatives before the voyage to see the Titanic wreckage. He was very up for it. He wasn't very up for it, she says. They had a sense that it was not okay. But it was Father's Day. And they didn't want to, make it a bad experience. So, nah. All right, so I got a guest that's going to be joining me. And you guys will see who that is in a few minutes. Thank you all for joining me today. I really appreciate it. What's good, Everett? How you doing, man? I'm doing great. Things are really good. I'm waiting on somebody right now to join me. I got a guest that's going to join me for a little while. We're going to talk about some of these crazy things in the news. I got some interviews I'm going to be dropping. I already have them down. They're already recorded. One of them I'm going to be dropping. I was supposed to drop it today, but and it's a good interview. Like, I asked them all the questions that people want to know. Certain people want to know these things. And because, this dude was involved with a lot of stuff on the streets. He was robbing banks, all kinds of shit. But I asked him the questions that people want to know. And we'll see. You guys will be seeing who's going to join me in a minute. I'm just trying to get them the link right now. If you guys haven't, press that like button. And make sure you go check out the interview I did on Locked In with Ian Bick. And if you haven't seen the interviews I've done on Lockdown 23-1, I have 2 interviews over there. Go check those ones out. There's a lot of cool stories on there. And I got a lot more stories that I'm going to be telling. I'm going to continue off the stories that I told on Ian Bick's and things like that. I'm just going to continue the stories here. So if you guys want to watch those interviews, I'll just continue off of those. Let me send this dude the link. Shout out to all my guys out there in Boston. Shout out to Paul Tanzo. Shout out to Gigi, Eddie, all you guys. Let's see here. Shout out to Daniela. Yo, Philly is off the hook right now. Insane. I definitely wouldn't want to live anywhere near Philly with how crazy it is there. No, thank you. To everybody that has to go through being out there, I feel for you. Because it's just crazy when you have drug addicts all over the place, people stealing, people throwing, like, it's dirty everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. Richard, how are you, man? Thanks for joining me tonight. Yeah, if you guys are in that area, I suggest you avoid Kensington as much as possible. I mean, Philly's a good place. I've been there quite a few times. There's good people there. Shout out to my boy Phil. Shout out to all my people down there in Philly. But Philly's really going through it with the new drug that's out there, and it's just really taking a toll on the community. And people really need to take a stand against drugs. If you can, try to be there for people. It's a lot of mental health, I think. And it's a major thing behind getting this problem taken care of. What kind of content do you guys want to see more of? Do you want to see more interviews? Do you want to see more out on the road content? Or do you like, what kind of content do you guys want to see more of? Do you guys like the street interviews, or do you like the interviews over the internet? I have a whole lot of interviews I have to drop. I've been editing constantly, so you guys will see what I've been up to. I'm going to be dropping them. Part 2 of Stephen Gillian, I'll be dropping that. I can upload it right after I'm done with this live. I'll upload part 2 of Stephen Gillian. I got a good one I'm working on too, very soon for you guys. It's something different. You guys remember Tim Freed, right? Tim Freed's the guy who got bit by the snakes and who's immune to snake venom. That's a very different interview. It's different types of stuff. Other people aren't doing stuff like that. So I'm going to get some more guests similar to that magnitude. Did you see the island boy getting arrested? Yeah, he's like, yo, you're not going to put me around other inmates, right? Let's go check that video out. Matter of fact, let me do that. We can go check that out while we're here, right? Let me see if I can find it. don't know if I have. He's asking for PC. This is funny, man. He's like, you're not gonna put me around the other inmates, right? He's like, when I was a YO, I this and that. He says in the video. All right, I got it on TikTok. Paul C, how you doing, man? Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for joining us tonight. Louis the Lion, Cindy, Richard. Thank you, Richard. I got a really good one coming up too. Really good. Something like when you guys hear this dude's story, you're gonna be like, what? Like, what makes you go from one end of the spectrum to the other? Like, that's what I want to know. I want to know, like, what makes these dudes like get to that point to risk it all. You know what I'm saying? The interview that I have coming up is insane that I got this week coming up. I'm going to be doing it. And it's a story that you're just like, what? If you guys haven't heard Olivia Oliver's story, he's one of the first interviews I've done. He's from Canada. He got set up by the RMCP. Is that it? And the MPs up in Canada. He got set up by the MPs in Canada in Thailand. So what happened is the MPs in Canada gave him the money to buy drugs in Thailand. They gave him money to buy heroin, right? He didn't even have any connects like that. The police were looking for a connect, basically. So they gave this dude the money. They went to arrest him, and one of the MPs, one of the Canadian police officers shot the other police officer and killed him by accident. They were like all rushing to get this guy, and he accidentally shot the other officer and killed him. So they arrested this guy, and they put him in jail. He was in prison for like 12 years or something like that. The interview is up there. I'm not on mute no more, right, Paul? I seen it was on mute. Trips on the missing sub Titanic were nerve-wracking, people are saying. Because people have been on that, but not a lot of people have been that far below the ocean. It's crazy. I would not want to do it. I would not go in that sub. Would you guys do it? Would you go in the sub? Nah, I lost connection on my microphone. I'm good now, though. Yeah, I got the Island Boy thing. Let me play that. Let's laugh at this. All right, here's the Island Boy asking for PC after getting arrested for beating up his girlfriend.
Profiling me. Oh my dead daddy, you profiling me.
Dead daddy, you profiling me.
You profiling me. Oh my dead daddy, you profiling me. But I don't care, bro. You profiling me. Ask him to put me in the sub on himself. Okay, that's what they do. That's why they didn't take you back. They put me in the sub on himself. I don't know. What? I don't know. You say you don't know. But I know that's what the car you're talking about. You're trying to do it. Scared? You say you scared? Scared, buddy. Hey, tell him. Hey, officer.
You know where they call from?
Officer.
Oh, okay.
Officer, tell him how many times I went, bro. I went to YO camp, bro. I went all the way to bro, I was locked up as juvenile. Did you see my juvenile record? My juvenile record is
He goes, you scared?
Okay, don't play with me, bro. Hey, I didn't for that. All right, bro. Shut your Indian ass up, man. Hey, don't play with what?
You heard him? Kid's stupid. Kid's an idiot. Damn, man. I hope you feel better, man. I know you're going through that cancer. And, damn, I hope you feel better, bro. Keep a positive mindset. Try to keep moving forward. Push through it, man. I wouldn't be able to. I would not be able to go in that submarine. Hell no. No. Nah. I would go on a boat. I've been on a boat before, but, you know, my father drowned, so I'm not trying to drown. I'm not trying to match that. No. And I'm not trying to be in a plane when it goes down. There's a bunch of different things. I don't want to. No. I'd rather be in a bus because or a train. You got a chance to get out of that. You know, you got a chance. And that's all I need is a fucking chance. Fuck all the rest as long as I got a chance out. On a plane, there is no chance. And, nah. I ain't taking no chances. Let me see if I can find. Who's going to watch the reboot for The Sopranos? Who thinks it'll be good enough to even get watched? I don't know, man. Sopranos is it's a pretty big thing for them to go up against to try to mimic or recreate. Do you think that they have a chance to recreate that? I'm not really sure, man. How have you been, Jay Costanza? How you been out there in Chicago? I posted a video the other day and you were in it. I don't know if you saw it. It was on, I think, Instagram or something. One of those videos from when we were out there in Chicago. Thank you, Louis the Lion. Hope you feel better, man. It's fucking terrible. You got to deal with that shit. More interviews. Those are definitely coming. I asked Andrew D. Donato a lot of good questions. You guys will see. And he was a serious guy in the street. So you guys will see his response. I asked him how he feels about certain people. I asked him why he did what he did, what was going on in the streets. That interview is really in depth. But there's a whole bunch of them. I got an interview I did with Chicky and Grasso. I'm going to drop that one. There's a bunch of them. I think I have another interview with Ori I have to drop. Shout out to Ori Spado. Go check his book out, The Accidental Gangster. I have so much content I have to drop. I have a short documentary about the Gambino family. Hopefully you guys like that. I got some other people who are going to be joining me in the coming weeks. I just spoke to some people today. So, Shout out to Robert Lasardo. Go check out the interview I did with him. That was a pretty in-depth interview. I have a bunch of shorts that I dropped with about different drug kingpins and people like that. I have something really cool here, but I can't show you guys that yet. Sorry, you guys ain't getting that yet. I'm saving that for a rainy day. Shout out to Jimmy Barber-Reese from Capo Rise to Power. Here, I got a promo right here for you guys. Let me see if I can get this. Did you guys see the mob boss that broke out of prison too? There is I got a video of that too. I heard that Robert Rosso is going to get out of prison. So I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that, but oh well. I mean, he deserves another chance. And I think he just needs a little bit of structure and he'll be all right. Anyone that wishes prison on people, man, it's disgusting. A lot of you people out there, maybe not you people watching this, but the people know who they are. They did some really dirtbag shit after he went to jail with the things they were saying about him.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Barber-Reese. I star as Michael Barisi in one of the most anticipated TV series, Capo Rise to Power. And today, I'm chatting with Staxx.
Bam! Go check out that interview with Jimmy Barber-Reese. Jimmy Barber-Reese. See, I got more for you guys. The one with Andrew is going to be Sunday. I was going to drop it today, but I'm going to drop it Sunday. Let me see. I'll play you guys the mob boss escaping too. I told you about that. So that's crazy. Oh look, I have here I got this.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm with the Iceman right now. You already know what it is, man. Chatting with Staxx.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Bam! You guys didn't know I have a lot of shout outs. Shout out to Chuck Liddell. Shout outs just keep on coming. Here's another one.
Lasardo, and I'm here chatting with Staxx.
Uh-oh. Shout out to Robert Lasardo. A lot more good stuff on the way. What's going on, Ultra Testosterone?
You know, it was much more raw back in the day and impoverished and not so, not so, the elite hadn't moved in yet and purchased all the property and made everything seem like Disneyland. The Disneyfication experiment hadn't happened yet, so there was an element of the city. I said that it was very, it was always a confrontational type of place, and very in your face. But at least you knew where you stood with people. There was no pretense,
Go check out that interview with Robert Lasardo. I saw Gunner visit Ahmad Assad, take a picture with him. I didn't see Gunner's thing on HBO or Netflix, but shout out to Gunner. Shout out to Ahmad Assad. Gene Barillo still in jail? Yeah. Is he getting smashed on Rikers? I don't know. Gene's not in Rikers. Gene's in South Carolina. And he's probably with a bunch of other cooperators. So probably not, you know. He's probably doing just fine. He could handle himself. I don't think he can handle himself on the street. In prison, locked up behind a door with a brown bag lunch and a fucking bologna sandwich. He could handle himself in there, you know. Gene's all PC'd up in South Carolina, bro. How come Gene needed a public defender? Gene is worth trillions. I don't know, man. I'm not Gene's accountant. I don't know. I have no clue. Nor do I care. Hopefully on this go around, he can get his shit together and not go back, you know? Nobody wishes prison on people. I'm sure there are people that wish it on them, but I'm not one of those people. All the shit he did it all to himself. So, I mean, he could talk all the shit he wants. That's fine. Because you know the bottom line is, he ain't in the fucking mob. He never was. He cooperated. The bottom line is, he's no good. Yeah, it has a lot to do with the way people act. You know what I'm saying? You concerned with blowback when Gene gets out? Absolutely not. Ultra testosterone. Not even a little bit. Blowback from what? Gene wants revenge on YouTubers who talk about him, bro. Good. We'll see if he wants to follow through. He's the one that talks about me, man. Remember that shit, okay? He's done interviews on big podcasts and brung me up. I didn't talk about him until he ran his mouth about me. And that's just the way it goes. If they don't like my opinion, don't come here. And that's how it is, all right? I don't care about Gene's opinion or what he's doing or any of that. Hopefully Gene doesn't go back to prison like he does every time. And hopefully he could stay out. And that's it. I really don't care about him. He don't affect me in any way. Let me see what other interviews I got. So the part 2 of Stephen Gillian is going to be dropping. I have a video I did about the commission trial. I got another interview. Oh yeah, here's the one that escaped from prison. Let's check that one out.
Boss has escaped from his maximum security cell by scrambling down a makeshift bedsheet rope, and remains on the run as officials investigate the security lapse that allowed the Don to flee. The escape of Marco Raduano, 40, from the Baju Ikaros prison in Sardinia went unnoticed for 2 hours because the operations room at the facility was reportedly unmanned at the time and no one was watching security footage of the prison break. Cameras captured the tracksuit-clad reputed boss of the Sacra Mafia clan in southern Italy scaling down a stone wall using the rope of bed sheets before jumping to the grass below and darting off. He was able to quickly scale the prison's perimeter fence and escape to freedom in the small city of Nuoro on the Mediterranean Sea off the coast of the mainland Italian. Budget cuts had meant only 50 guards were tasked with watching the compound's 180 prisoners, many of whom are some of Italy's most notorious mafiosi and hitmen, the outlet said. The mob boss was reportedly said to be a model prisoner who had used his job on an upper-floor library to study the schedules of guards who patrolled the facility, and timed his escape accordingly. The prisoner from Puglia escaped in a daring way from one of the safest penitentiaries in Italy. It seems he had everything ready and that the escape was well planned for some time, Villa said, according to the Telegraph. We have been denouncing the lack of personnel for months, and this is the main factor that compromised security. Raduano was arrested in 2018 and jailed for 18 years for cocaine trafficking, according to the report. Additionally, he was facing murder charges when he busted out of the big house, the article said. The crime lord presides over a notoriously violent criminal outfit that's known for shattering its victims' skulls with shotgun blasts to deprive their families of open casket funerals, the Times reported. His personal arsenal of weapons was said to be guarded by a boa constrictor. Raduano's escape coincided with a...
Did you guys hear that? His personal arsenal of weapons is known to be guarded by a boa constrictor, like a big-ass boa constrictor. This dude's got a snake sitting around his weapons. Crazy. Did you hear what they said before that? They said, watch, listen to this.
His personal arsenal of weapons.
They said that he would, his favorite weapon was a shotgun because he would deprive the family of an open casket. That's some ruthlessness. Very ruthless.
Skulls with shotgun blasts to deprive their families of opens, known for shattering its victims' skulls. The crime lord presides over a notoriously violent criminal outfit that's known for shattering its victims' skulls with shotgun blasts to deprive their families of open casket funerals, the Times reported. His personal arsenal of weapons was said to be guarded by a boa constrictor. Raduano's escape coincided with a fireworks display in his hometown of Vieste, prompting the local mayor to issue a statement denying that the celebration was tied to the prison break.
Yeah, right. It was tied to this prison break. We all know that. Come on. Dude escapes prison. Next thing you know, they're having a party. Everything's great. Their boss is home. Yeah, I don't know if he's ratting again. I don't know, man. He only got 6 months for all that shit. Who the fuck knows? Where's the steroid dealer at now? It's probably in federal prison. Who the fuck knows? No one even knows who he is. I'm sure he's in that report somewhere. His name. But today was a muggy ass day. I'm definitely gonna go to the beach soon. I want to go enjoy the beach. I'll probably go live from there and show you guys what it looks like in Connecticut. We'll go to Ham and Acid or Rocky Neck or something like that. And I'll bring you guys with me. But I have so many good things on the future, on the horizon. I can't wait to share what I've been working on with you guys. Go check out my IMDb. I have one of those now. It's under Billy Staxx. And my acting career is just going to get started. You guys will see. I'm going to work my way up. That's crazy, man. It's saying that email's not working. I don't know if you're watching right now. And it's the right one. Nah, I'm good. I don't want Gunner's roles, man. I got my own shit. I'm good. Gunner, go do his thing. I got my own shit going on. I don't need his connections or his anything. I'm all set. I got my own connections. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad. Go start your own podcast. Don't be a bitch, bitch.